Does having more friends equal more happiness? How many close friends should you have? Are some relationships more important than others? These are important questions. While answers vary for each person, the number and the depth of your relationships matter. In this video, we'll explore how large can your social network be, how many close relationships you should have, and how to apply this information to your life. Question 1. How large can your social network be? For most of human history, we lived in tribes or villages. Anthropologists find that traditional band and tribal communities often clustered around a few dozen to a few hundred people. Robin Dunbar, an evolutionary anthropologist, famously proposed that our brains can sustain roughly 150 stable relationships. Dunbar's number suggests an average limit to the number of people we can meaningfully keep track of, with a wide range of variation from person to person. Dunbar said that any larger group tends to split into subgroups because we only have so much time and cognitive capacity to maintain social bonds. Researchers have tested this idea using modern data. For instance, an analysis of mobile phone calls in the pre-smartphone era found that people had on average about 130 social contacts, clustering into layers of roughly 5, 15, 50, and 150 people. This matches Dunbar's layered model, where each concentric circle is about 3 times larger than the one inside it. In practice, think of your 150-person network as everyone you keep in touch with over a year. Here's a common breakdown of layers of connections based on Dunbar's model. Intimates. These are your innermost circle. Your partner, your best friends, your siblings. These are people you contact daily. They know you deeply and would support you in a crisis. Close friends. These are friends who you see regularly and share meaningful experiences with. You would turn to them with big news or problems. Good friends. These are people you enjoy spending time with and you see on occasion, but with less emotional intensity. Meaningful contacts. This is the broad network of people you interact with throughout the year. These are people you'd invite to a big life event like a wedding and keep in touch with now and then. Beyond 150 are broader, looser ties, including around 500 acquaintances you occasionally chat with, and up to 1,500 people you recognize, but do not really know personally. Question 2. How many close relationships should you have? Let's focus on the inner circles, the approximately 5 intimate and 15 close friends. These bonds are particularly important. In well-functioning networks, psychologists and sociologists find people tend to have a small handful of very close confidants, and then a larger set of good friends. Surveys find the average adult reports having about 3 to 5 close friends, and roughly half of Americans say they have 1 to 4 close friends. Building deep relationships takes time. One study quantified that it takes roughly 50 hours of shared time for someone to become a casual friend, about 90 hours to become a good friend, and over 200 hours together before someone is considered a close friend. On a weekly basis, you should be in contact with your closest friends several times, either in person, on the phone, or messaging. With intimates, you should feel like you can talk about deeply personal matters, including fears, insecurities, health issues, relationship struggles, unfiltered opinions, and private goals. With close friends, you should feel like you can share significant updates, including career moves, major decisions, dating news, frustrations, and achievements you'd want genuine support or advice on. Use this information as a litmus test. If you feel your situation looks much different to this, take some time to evaluate for yourself if you need to invest more time into particular friendships or be more strategic regarding who you spend time with. If you feel you have too few intimates or close friends right now, remember that your larger network may hold hidden potential. Just because someone isn't currently in your inner circle doesn't mean they couldn't be. For example, a coworker or neighbor you get along with could move into your inner circle if you both spend more time together or talk more honestly. Research in social psychology shows that shared vulnerability, regular interaction, and mutual support are key drivers in deepening relationships. In practice, this means being open about your feelings and experiences, showing up consistently in someone's life, and offering and accepting help or understanding. If you notice a loose connection with potential, being intentional can transform it into something more meaningful. Question 3. How to apply this information to your life? Start by listing the names of as many people as you can think of in your social circle, focusing primarily on close friends, family, and colleagues who you spend time with regularly throughout the year. Note that it may take a couple of days to think of everyone. Aim for an initial list of approximately 150 people. You can use this social network tool if you would like a more structured approach. Once you've listed everyone, take some time to identify who fits into the intimate and close friend circles in particular. Ask yourself, do I have 5 intimate friends who I can confide in? Do I need more people in my 15 close friends group? And are there people taking up time and energy who don't actually belong in these core groups? The goal is to understand who fills which roles in your life and where there may be gaps. Do you lack emotionally supportive relationships? Are you missing mentors, collaborators, or people who challenge you intellectually or creatively? This process allows you to intentionally strengthen relationships that support you and distance yourself from those that don't. When you evaluate your connections, it helps to keep a few things in mind. Life changes, such as moving to a new place, changing jobs, or becoming a parent, will naturally reshape your network over time. Relationships also evolve, so some will need active care and attention while others will slowly fade. Your personality plays a role as well. Extroverts often maintain broader and more flexible social circles, while introverts tend to keep fewer relationships but invest in them more deeply. Finally, your stage of life influences where your close relationships come from. Early in life, they often form through school or university. In midlife, they are shaped by work and parenting networks. And later in life, they are more likely to come from family and community groups. Actively managing your friendships is worth the effort. Strong relationships are among the best predictors of happiness, health, and longevity. The Harvard study of adult development, now over 80 years long, found that close, supportive relationships outweigh factors like wealth, IQ, or genes when it comes to living a long and happy life. Good relationships literally protect your body and brain. So invest in the people around you. It pays lifelong dividends.